Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon, and we're going to do a quick comparison of the Object 430 to its brothers, the Object 140 and the T-62A. All of them are Tier 10 Russian medium tanks. Right now there is going to be a slight race. The perspective is from the 430 on the bottom of your screen. The T-62 is lagging a little bit behind, and the Object 140 is actually in front. The T-62A is going to lag a little bit behind because it has a max speed of 50 km/h, and the Object 140 and Object 430 have max speeds of 55 km/h. Each of these tanks has different values in terms of horsepower per ton as well as ground resistance. Ground resistance is how much the hard, medium, or soft ground slows down your tank. In general, the Object 430 has the highest horsepower per ton. The T-62A has the lowest horsepower per ton out of these three, and the 140 is in the middle. However, the T-62A, while it has the lowest top speed of the three and the lowest horsepower per ton, also has the lowest ground resistance. We're going to see the T-62A here starting way at the back, but it's going to catch up to these two tanks because it travels very well on swampy ground, the best out of the three. The long story short is that these tanks will perform relatively similarly in mixed terrain. The Object 430 also has the slowest turning radius out of the three. The T-62 has the best turning radius out of the three, and once again, the Object 140 is going to come out somewhere in the middle. Because of the higher horsepower per ton, the Object 430 will be slightly better at climbing hills than the other two, but it's going to be close no matter what. Off the starting line, we again see the Object 430 and the Object 140 getting a small jump on the T-62A. But the T-62A is not going to fall too far behind in medium speeds. It's only at the very low end and the very high end where the T-62 lags behind a little bit. As we go into the hill climb, I'll reiterate that all of these tanks have slightly different statistics, but when we look at the hill climb, we can see that the tanks are within relatively close ranges of each other. None of the tanks are severely outpacing each other. None of the tanks are getting behind. So all the three tanks are going to have very similar performance in straight line mobility. And we're going to finish off with a small armor test. Just like the T-62A and Object 140, the Object 430 does have a very tough turret. It also has something that the 140 and the T-62A do not, and that is some shoulders. You saw a shot bounce right there off the left and right shoulders. Those are very angular, and they're going to be creating a lot of auto bounce angles. These shoulders are going to give a little bit more frontal protection than the Object 140 or the T-62A. For more of this review, go to rocketbrainsurgeon.com. I've included the link in the comments. You can check out the differences in firepower and so on and so forth. Hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.